Ready to eat your heart out?
Crispy, crunchy cauliflower tacos with ranch slaw.
Daphne's dishing up delicious, guilt-free recipes you'll love.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
Herbs bursting.
And
this is your protein-packed, filling, meaty, delicious salmon burger.
how about a healthy burger with a Cajun twist?
This sauce, you guys, so rich and creamy. Ah, look at her.
That's next.
Let's dish. The kitchen has always been the center of my world because life is more delicious when it's full of food and fun.
Everybody knows me as a culinary expert and food judge on television, but also I'm mom trying to get dinner on the table.
From Hollywood to home, I bring Southern sweet and Caribbean heat, and I'm not afraid to stir the pot.
Good food, good friends, good dish.
Good. Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh,
Whoa.
yes, your babies.
Welcome to The Good Dish. All week long, we've been giving you a sneak peek into recipes from Daphne Oz's cookbook, Eat Your Heart Out, which is out today, by the way. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, Daphne can do a lot of great things in the kitchen, but can she hack tacos and burgers? So you can enjoy them without the guilt? I don't know. Of course she can. Oh, come on. Daphne can do all things great. Wait, hold on. What? I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting, the production is talking to me. There's some breaking news going on. Wait a minute.
What's going on?
Hold up. Wait, I'm so sorry about this. Okay, wait, it's confirmed. We have breaking news on a cruciferous vegetable front. Oh my gosh. Wait, we're going live to the scene where cauliflower is about to hold a press conference.
Oh.
What is happening right now?
Thank you for being here today. I wanted to address some concerns that have been out there about me taking some new roles on.
Cauliflower, over here.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, you really shined in pizza, literally transforming into crust. But then when you branched out into pasta, some critics called you dry and tasteless. What's next for you? Can you bounce back, or is it time to leave it alone?
For years, I was relegated to the side of the plate, left behind on crudité platters and written off. But I'm a method actor, you know, classically trained. And in fact, I was Josh Safdie's muse in Uncut Stems. It's time people realize I'm as good as any carb. Better even.
Cauliflower, over here.
Have you let the beat drop?
Okay, so maybe you can be better than bread, but can you really be better than a taco shell?
I can and I will. I will not be taking any more questions at this time.
Oh, cauliflower.
Standing O for cauliflower.
Uncut stems.
Yes.
Yes,
For
that
method acting.
Beautiful breaking news. Thank you.
I mean,
She's a muse to all of us, I have to say. I think we've all really fallen in love with cauliflower.
oh no. She's gifted. She's masterful in her craft.
Yeah.
So it seems only fitting that cauliflower is the star of your tacos.
She is. She is indeed. Crispy, crunchy cauliflower tacos.
Yes, taco
with
tacos.
ranch slaw.
Yes. So show us how you do it.
Yes.
This is breaking news too. And
Breaking
now
news.
Daphne's making the best tacos I've ever had. Breaking news.
I want to go back to that press conference. I want to know what else she has to say. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of make my version of a batter for the cauliflower to bathe in so that it gets really lovely and crisp in the oven. I have my rice flour in here, and this, guys, is the move. This is how you get really light why can't I speak? Crusty, crispy, crunchy cauliflower. Some yogurt I threw in there. I use a sheep or goat milk yogurt, some nice sweet paprika, some garlic powder. And now here's a nice move because I want these to be spicy. So I actually add a little hot sauce into this batter. I picked a plan compliant one, so there's no refined sugar, no gluten in this hot sauce. Ooh. Now I'm just adding a little water to loosen this batter up. You don't want it super wet, but loose enough that it will coat your cauliflower beautifully. And we're getting right about there, right about now. And now in with our star veg of the day, cauliflower.
There she is.
Pop them. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, go big on this. This is gonna fill up your tacos, give you lots of nice crunch and texture. And then if you had a lot of batter sitting at the bottom, you would just scoop this out with like a spider, a little strainer, something like that. But this is actually coating
Nice
ours
coating on there.
beautifully. Scatter it out onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. And I just am gonna do a little, because it's you guys and I want us to celebrate, I'm putting a little extra olive oil right on top. You could do a little cooking spray if you wanted to.
Okay.
This goes into a 450-degree oven for 20, 25 minutes. Don't worry, you'll smell. When it's done, it will radiate fragrant, delightful, buffalo-style, crispy, crunchy cauliflower essence. Oh, yes.
That looks yummy.
Pop it. I mean, honestly, you could just dip this on its own right into your beautiful dipping sauce, but we're gonna show you how to complete it in a pretty little taco. Jamaica, will you help me with this ranch style? Oh yeah, I know. Take it.
Like, keep talking. Of
I
course
know,
I will.
I know. It's taste it. It's kind of like a little creamy, a little crunchy. Got that nice heat going on. Join it in.
Yeah. Might as well taste
Maybe we just eat it right from the tray, like the
You don't like that.
animals that we are.
Okay. Now, ranch.
So this is a
Make your
ranch style dressing. I wanted it rich and creamy with lots of fresh herbs going on. So again, starting with some of that same yogurt we had from the mix over here. Some
Okay.
lemon juice, if you'll add that in.
Fresh.
A little apple cider vinegar and keeping it nice and tart. Some more paprika.
Ooh, you are keeping it spicy and red, and ooh, I like your
Some
style.
garlic salt, a little cayenne.
So very similar almost to the base of that batter that you tossed it in originally.
100%. I think, look, a big part of, you'll see, the recipes in Eat Your Heart Out are simple, mainly because I wanted it to be like approachable. Like this is
Yeah.
healthy food that I actually really would like to eat and feel is easy enough I could make it on a regular basis, because I don't want you making this once a year. You know what I mean? Like get that book dirty. I love, truly, if you guys are familiar with this feeling, like when people make your recipes at home, it really feels like you're sharing such a deep part of yourself. It feels like you are connecting around the table, and and it makes me so happy to see people feel confident when they're making these recipes in the kitchen. And that was the whole reason for keeping them really simple. How's the salt ratio?
Salt is good.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so then I also have some cilantro in here with our shredded cabbage. Then we'll just give it a quick toss, and then we'll layer onto our tacos. Now, would you believe, while you'd give that a toss scale, that your tortilla that we're eating these tacos in is also, well, it's made from chickpeas.
Oh, I was wondering because
yes.
it looked a little different, but it's nice. It's almost like a dosa.
It's sort of like a chickpea crepe. It still has this wonderful pliability to it. See, it like really is flexy and folds over. You can get a nice char if you throw it over the grate of just your flame really quickly. This is just chickpea flour, water, a little bit of salt and olive oil, and then you let your friends to load it up with a little beautiful crispy crunchy cauliflower mix, hot and spicy if you like it, or less so if you don't. Pile up that coleslaw right on top. Oh yes, I like
Putting
what
that
you're
there. Let
thinking.
me do this first. Yeah, all right, here we go.
I'm going to tell you something about this taco. The great thing is, we saw everything that went in there. Very natural, good for us, if you will, but it's flavorful, and that is the most important thing. Every time I'm going in, the first bite, I got the layer of the ranch, herbs bursting, okay? You go in with the cauliflower, and it's a little bit of heat, and then it cools it off with the ranch. Like, every layer was very, very well thought out. That's what I will say. So that's all I got to say. I'm going to keep eating now.
You're the best.
It was very thoughtful. I just think it really tastes
No, it is really, really good. It is.
delicious. All right, healthy tacos, check. When we come back, Daphne's showing us how to make satisfying and delicious burgers without the guilt.
It's a good eat today.
Like something you saw on the show today? We're dishing all the details on the good list. All the recipes, important tips, and tricks, all in one place. So stay tuned until the end of the show when we'll share the Good List QR code. You can scan to send it all right to your phone.
As someone who loves food and eats for a living, but also values my health, I had to come up with a way to have both in my life. And I know I'm not alone in this, so I want to share how I reboot and rebalance my body when I feel like I need it.
If you know me, you know I love food. I love to cook it, I love to eat it. And I have a job that pretty much guarantees I'm around delicious, perfect bites all the time.
Good job, you're making it perfect.
My days are also filled with lots of wonderful food-fueled family time too.
All those things, coupled with back-to-back pregnancies, sent me searching for a way to maintain my full-time love of food and create a healthy, easy-to-follow, balanced, clean eating reset and still love every single bite.
That's why I created my new cookbook, Eat Your Heart Out. It's a reset plan I can turn to whenever I need a chance to rebalance and reset that doesn't sacrifice flavor or fun. When I'm in reset mode, I eat whatever I please 2 days a week, usually the weekends. And the other 5 days, I eat clean, following a few very simple, very clear rules. No gluten, no refined sugar, limited dairy.
And the most important rule, everything still has to be delicious.
I created these recipes to use unprocessed, gluten-free grains, fresh produce, nuts, seeds, and legumes that don't send my body into blood sugar mayhem. These dishes show eating clean can still deliver on big, bold, satisfying flavors, memorable meals, and food that is going to fuel you to live your life in full. I'm talking pancakes with bananas, eggs, yogurt, and oatmeal that I share with my kids around the kitchen table. Smoothies that fuel me following a mommy break workout. The delicata squash salad I love to share with last-minute guests. Meatballs, roasted chicken, caramelized veggies, and yes, even desserts.
And because every bite is delicious and great for you, you can really eat your heart out.
That is impressive. You're doing a lot. You eat a lot, but you do a lot.
I sure do eat a lot.
As you should. It's joy.
But no, and I think the principle that of eating 5 days on and 2 days off, I feel like a lot of people will appreciate that. And especially when it comes to eating clean, a lot of times people are nervous about that because they feel it's not gonna taste good. And I've seen some of the recipes flipping through, like you really add the spices, the herbs, like the flavor is there. That's the good thing. People can stick to it a little bit easier because they have an easy guide. So I think you're onto something there, kiddo.
Well, thank you. And honestly, all joking aside, ladies, if you want to jump on with me, I'm like going to do this reset again after all the delicious eating we were doing on this show, just because you're absolutely right. I think I wanted to write a reset that made sense for people like me, people who live for that great bite, people who want to continue to explore and have joy in their food and like not feel bogged down by too many restrictions or things you have to, like sometimes the rules are so complicated, it's all you can think about. I wanted it to be so simple that eating to feel good could really feel intuitive.
Well, and we know that eating well, eating deliciously, and eating healthfully are not mutually exclusive.
Correct, 100%
right?
true, 100%
so,
true.
with that in mind, let's start this new recipe because I'm getting all the smells and I'm getting really hungry. It's a Cajun salmon burger and it's made from some of the most delicious, nutritious ingredients around. So talk us through it.
So I have some sauteing scallions in here, and we are building a gorgeous salmon burger, actually. I'll show you how nice it is to finish it off with a homemade aioli. That's a great little skill set for you just to have in the kitchen to know how to make your own. It's basically a mayonnaise, but it's really boosted with flavor. Sauteed scallions going in here with a little garlic powder. I'm making kind of a Cajun spice blend here. Oregano, dried thyme, more paprika. I love that flavor hit there. A little pinch of cayenne because I know my ladies and I like it a little spicy. And then some dried mustard. This is a great thing you might have on hand if you're making, you know, my grandma's eggless Caesar salad is a big move there. And I just love to bloom these spices in that little bit of oil that I had the scallions going in, soaking up all that yummy oniony flavor, coating.
The smell is coming out.
Right? The smell is happening now. Get that toasting away and add a little salt, of course, at this point. And now let them cool to the side. That's the only kind of important part here is you don't want to add hot into your fish. So we're gonna let them cool entirely, and here is our version of that. And Jamaica, if you'll help me make the actual patties themselves. So I have some lovely fresh salmon in here. I took the skin off, otherwise I just cut it up into sort of rough hunks here. Some parsley.
More herbs,
A little lemon juice. Our beautiful, now cooled scallion mix going in. That's gonna add so much flavor and juiciness into these burgers. And then some almond flour.
Oh, I thought that was Parmesan cheese.
Oh.
I was like,
I like that. No, not Parmesan cheese, almond flour. And it's a great, obviously gluten-free binder. It really helps these patties hold together. This was a recipe kind of inspired by a summer I spent. This is the hardest thing to assemble in the whole kitchen. There you go.
Am I right? Yes.
Nope.
No, I'm not
Nope.
on right.
Other way.
It's other way. It's over here on this
There we
side.
go.
Yeah.
Click. Click.
Wait. Hold on. Gotta go on this side. There you go. All right.
Yes,
And
I
just
really
pulse
am a
it.
chef.
Don't
I
let
know
it
what
run.
to
Just
do.
pulse it.
Pulse it. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Because you kind of want to leave the.
Want it a little chunky?
Yeah, exactly. Because you made it from fresh salmon. You want people to see that you really spent money on the good stuff here. Beautiful.
Is that
That's
good?
perfect. Actually,
Okay.
truly perfect. I kind of like to leave it a little bit rough chopped, like so. Exactly like you have it here. You're going to use a little water on your hands and just form beautiful patties like we have. At which point you can refrigerate them, let them hang out. You can make this hours in advance, a day in advance, which is really lovely. When you're ready to cook them, I just have some beautiful olive oil heating in a cast iron skillet. You can definitely bake these. In Eat Your Heart Out, I oftentimes will offer like alternative cooking techniques. If you have a cast iron skillet, do it like this. If you have if you have an oven, you want to do a big batch of them on a sheet tray, you can do it that way.
Air fryer.
Wait, I was thinking about this for the taco. The cauliflower, had I known, when I wrote these recipes, had I known about an air fryer, 100% put the cauliflower in the air fryer.
Do you want to put one of those on, or we just?
I kind of want to make another joke about uncut stems now that it's in the air fryer, but I can't think of the funniness. Okay, a little salt as it cooks, but just like 3 to 4 minutes on each side. You'll want to leave it a little springy at the center. That looks beautiful. Yeah, pop them out of that. Okay, that's when you hit it with a little salt just to stick to that lovely oil. We can go in with our, yeah, because we're going to have friends coming over who might want some more delicious patties going up. And this is actually great too. If you want to cook off a whole bunch at the start of the week, then you have them to go over salads throughout the week. You have them to put into easy little sandwich wraps and things of that nature. Here's how you're going to juice this up, because this is your protein-packed, filling, meaty, delicious salmon burger. Inspired by, I was going to say, a summer I spent living in London where like a pub burger like this, like either a real burger or a beautiful fish cake, as they called it, which is so tempting. They were in all these pubs, and we would go out after work, and friends and I would just like tuck into this lovely, comforting dinner. And I have to say that was a big part of like the feeling I wanted to have here is, yeah, it's gonna be good for you, but it's gonna feel like friends in a pub. It's wonderful. Aioli. This is what you're gonna wanna have to just juice up the joint and have it be really luscious and gorgeous. I have a grated clove of garlic and some Dijon mustard in the base of a blender. We're gonna add in an egg and some lemon juice, and we're kind of building a homemade mayonnaise, but it has that scenting from the garlic. It has
garlic in there already.
And a little pinch of salt.
Yep.
And then we're gonna put it, and some pepper, beautiful. We're gonna put it, make it blend, and then we're gonna slowly drizzle in olive oil and grapeseed oil. Olive oil, because I like that little bit of flavor. Grapeseed oil, because it's nice and neutral, but helps us build the body of the sauce.
So oil next.
Yep. Oil slowly drizzling into our whirring blender.
This is how the mayonnaise gets made.
That's exactly right.
You see already it's getting so white and
So
frothy.
thick and saucy. I'm gonna add our olive oil next, if I can see the hole.
You're right, you got it.
Oh.
What about these capers?
Did you hear how different the sound is now? Okay, add the caper. Wait, ready? Okay, now add the capers in.
I'm gonna take off the top for this.
Okay, add the capers in.
Thank you.
You got it. And now here's the move, guys. Once the capers are in, because I kind of want to leave them in there. I just need the cap.
Yes.
I'm just gonna pulse it once or twice, just to chop them up a little bit. And there you go. This caper aioli, you guys, you are not gonna believe. You're gonna want. Oh, and a little lemon zest. That I added at the last minute.
I was gonna stir that in after.
Well, we have it.
Sure, do it.
have our
Do
mixer.
it. Do
here.
it. Why work for
well,
it?
You know, let's just distribute it beautifully. Little fresh lemon zest to keep it nice and poppy. This sauce, you guys.
Ooh.
Oh,
You know, see the texture in there?
so rich and
It's
creamy.
so beautiful. All right.
And
here
it
we go.
adds so much flavor to the burgers. It's also great on a tuna sandwich. It's great with turkey sandwich. You will find so many ways to use. Oh,
I'm already in on it. 'Cause I saw you making. I was like, okay, let me get it on this first. This is gonna be nice. She's not lying. It is really, really
No,
good.
it's-
I'm literally just dipping
faking
it on
you
my
out.
fork right now. I'll wait to finish the patty with you guys. I'll be polite for that.
oh,
But
good.
the aioli is really nice.
Let me quickly make a plate for the third plate here. Okay, so I have just a quick little mixed greens here. I do it with a nice little anchovy vinaigrette. You can make whatever mixed greens you like. Take your gorgeous, perfectly cooked salmon patty here.
Oh my God, that is so good.
Isn't this ridiculous? I'm
Yes.
telling you, once you make this, you're gonna have it on
told you she wasn't
everything.
lying.
Just give yourself a, I'm giving you the hot one. One of you has to try. I've eaten this thing 100
Oh,
times.
fine. We'll take the hot one.
Okay, and then some
Ooh, I-
pickled red onions, which I also have a recipe for in the book because honestly, I put this thing on everything too. And then, Gail, you need a little flaky salt right on
I
top.
need whatever you want to give me.
Ah, look at her.
That
Hey,
is-
thank you. That's awesome.
All right. Please,
Fresh.
Go ahead and jump in there, ladies.
I'm getting in there. I'm getting in there.
But look at this.
good
Look
bite
at
of
the
it.
texture on this also, just like yum. And with that little bit of your fresh caper aioli right on top. I'm sorry. I'm
All right, what do
tucking
you
in.
think?
It's delicious. First of all, super juicy, super moist.
Yeah.
I love it with the salad. This aioli is getting smothered on everything, including my breakfast cereal. But also, there's such a great punchy flavor to the patty itself because of all of that seasoning that you put into it when you made the patties. So thank you very much.
That little Cajun mix, which I love. It has a little bit of heat, but mainly just like nice spices. And again, you can totally add your sauteed veg in, build it up, bulk it up, stretch your salmon as much as you can and want to. But this is something I love. Like, you're adding so much flavor with things like your beautiful salad underneath, your pickled red onions, and you're doing it in a way that's just doesn't cost you anything. It just is extra delicious.
And it's another way to do salmon. I feel like, why just sear it in the pan now? Now you have another way to do it. This is really, really nice. Okay, we're gushing over this. We're loving it. Now, when we come back, the best brain-boosting foods that your body will thank you for. Thank you.
Salmon cooking.
Salmon up.
So food nourishes us, it helps us celebrate life's moments, and can also heal us from the inside out. There's one man who has made it his mission to find the very best ingredients on this planet to boost our brain health. He's not only a best-selling author, but also has a top-rated podcast. He's at the top of his game because for him, it is personal.
This is a film about you. This is a film about me. This is a film about your parents.
A few years ago, Max made a documentary.
This is my mom. Her name is Kathy. About 3 years ago, she started showing signs of cognitive difficulty and memory loss.
What do you want to know?
Where are you right now?
In our rental apartment.
No. Be serious.
I am.
It was definitely traumatic coming to terms with the idea that my mom could have some kind of neurodegenerative disease. Because I have no prior family history of dementia, it sent me down the rabbit hole.
To get some answers why, he crisscrossed the country to interview all kinds of experts and wrote his first book about what to eat to supercharge your brain.
All right, so I'm about to surprise my mom with a copy of Genius Foods, which is a book that I just wrote. I got a present for you. Well, you gotta sit up for me to give it to you. I'll read you the dedication. Ready?
Yeah.
This book is dedicated to the first genius I ever met, my mom. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Shortly after taping that home video, Max's mom passed, but he didn't let that stop him. He's written about how to fight dementia and has been leading the charge on incorporating healthy ingredients into the American diet, amassing a huge group of loyal followers online who want to change the way they eat to improve the way they feel. He's here today to talk about his newest book titled Genius Kitchen, easy and delicious recipes to make your brain sharp, body strong, and taste buds happy.
Please welcome Max Lugavere. Hello.
Hey, Doc.
Look, he stepped out of the screen, onto the screen. Hello, hello.
It's so good to see you.
Nice to see you too, meeting here like this with our fish.
Right, as one does.
Congratulations on this beautiful new book. This is exciting and empowering and filled with incredible information for everyone who's looking to just give themselves the right priming and the right soil to prevent against some of these diseases that do rob us of family members and put us through so much.
Yeah.
But you really turned your own journey into something so helpful for so many. And you are an Alzheimer's warrior. I feel like that is something you should have emblazoned all over.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that I discovered was that dementia often begins in the brain decades before the first symptom of memory loss. So that is a huge window of opportunity, Daphne, to change the course of our cognitive destiny. And so my mission has been to educate the public on how to eat for better brain health. And the earlier you start, the better.
So I know you're familiar. My own grandmother has Alzheimer's and dementia, so this is definitely something I am leaning in to learn as much as I can about. And you actually went ahead and very generously made a Good Dish viewers brain-boosting grocery list that we'll never forget.
Yeah.
First on this list, and you may be wondering why we're standing in front of such gorgeous pieces of fish. What do you say about the fish to buy and how to pick the right piece?
Yeah, so when it comes to the brain, fish is medicine. We can see that even people that are at high genetic risk for developing dementia, eating just 1 to 2 servings of fish a week is enough to significantly mitigate risk, lower your risk, even among people who are at high genetic risk. And so salmon is one of the most important types of fish. And we can see scientific research that shows that people that consume fish, they have better cognition. They seem to be protected against Alzheimer's disease. Even their offspring seem to have greater cognitive abilities when they eat more fish.
And this we can pan-sear, we can put it in the air fryer, we can chop it up and cube it and make it into little nuggets. It doesn't matter any which way.
Yeah, you can
enjoy.
Pan frying it, grilling it, roasting it, baking it, broiling. There's so many different ways to cook it. I would say that the one major mistake that most novice cooks make when cooking fish is that they overcook it. Fish doesn't have the vigor as a protein that mammal might have. Protein might have.
I love supple, vigor. These are words we don't normally associate in the kitchen. How about sardines? How are you eating these? Because these I feel like people are a little bit less, they're a little more skeptical.
A little more skeptical. Although they are a staple in the Mediterranean, and the Mediterranean dietary pattern.
Deep fried.
We know, deep fried, fair.
That's the move.
Well, they're really good. They're sustainable fish. They're plentiful in the ocean. They also are a very low mercury fish, along with salmon. Salmon is also a very low mercury fish because sardines are lower on the food chain. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which we know directly support brain health, and they also contain a number of important minerals. So when you eat sardines with the bone in, it's also a great source of calcium, great source of selenium, which is an important brain antioxidant, vitamin D. So there's literally, I can go on and on and on about the benefits
powerhouse
of eating
fish.
Yeah.
I love it. Coming up, we're adding more powerful ingredients to this brain-boosting shopping list and what Max drinks every day for a burst of antioxidants that's also really yummy.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. Max Lugavere is here giving us brain-boosting grocery list. Oh, wow. And next on the list, mushrooms. So how can mushrooms help us with our memory?
Yeah, so there is actually research out of Japan that is showing us that habitual mushroom consumers, people that consume about 3 or more servings of mushrooms a week, so this is a massive amount. You don't have to consume them every day, but 3 or more servings a week is associated with about a 20% risk reduction for developing dementia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is significant.
Wow. Okay, now I feel like also there's some debate on how to clean the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Now, how would you suggest?
So a mistake that many home cooks make is that they rinse their mushrooms. You don't want to rinse your mushrooms. Like, you can look at the beautiful portobello here. This mushroom cap has these spines underneath it that actually act like a sponge for water.
Yeah.
So when you rinse a portobello mushroom, you're just causing it to soak up more water, and then you're going to end up with mushrooms that are more soggy.
True.
So
you can't get that good sear and that caramelization to develop the flavor in the mushroom. You won't get that if it's saturated with water.
Exactly. So what you want to do is you want to buy mushrooms and you want to just brush them free of any visible dirt. You don't want to rinse them. And then you want to use a really high quality oil like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil to sear them up. I love using portobello mushrooms. You can actually use them. I use the cap sometimes as a low-carb sort of keto bun for a burger patty.
Oh yeah, no, you can stuff them. I mean, there's so many things you can do with them. And even if you don't have a brush, if you take a paper towel and just kind of rub them through, because some of them have little grooves, just take a dry paper towel so you can get a lot of that dirt off too, because you don't want to eat the dirt. We're not looking for health in the dirt. All the power is in the mushroom itself.
All the power is in the mushroom itself, and you want to dehydrate. You want to evaporate the water with the cooking process. You don't want to add more water to it. So just trust me. All you want to do is brush off the mushrooms, don't rinse them, and you'll be happy that you listened.
I'm glad we agree on that.
Okay, next we have a personal recipe for what you call the world's best blueberry smoothie.
Ooh.
It's a big claim, and we eat a lot of things around here. So let's talk about it a little bit. Explain to us what's in it and why you love it so much.
Yeah, so I mean, the problem that I felt with most blueberry smoothies is that they don't actually taste like blueberries. They end up tasting like bananas or apple juice or whatever. So I wanted to create the world's first blueberry smoothie that actually tastes like blueberries. So we have blueberries, which I consider to be brain berries. We have a lot of research showing us that blueberries help prevent cognitive aging. Studies show that blueberry extract can boost memory function. Yeah, let's taste.
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
There you go, Jamaica. Yeah.
I was just enthralled, like, keep talking. You're so smart.
They're so good. They're so good for the brain. But this actually tastes like blueberries. And the ingredients, so we have some blueberries, coconut yogurt, almond milk, or macadamia milk. Use your nut milk of choice. We've got some avocado, tangerines, some flax seeds. But it should really
It does.
If you're a blueberry fan, really hit the spot. They have a delicate flavor. They're not too sweet. All berries are low sugar fruits, and they all have unique and distinct benefits. But what gives blueberries their superpower are the anthocyanins that they contain. Anthocyanins is the name for the blue pigments, and studies have shown that those pigments, those plant pigments, imagine that, actually can accumulate in the hippocampus, the memory processing center of the brain. And that's the first structure of the brain to succumb to Alzheimer's disease. So you want to do everything you can to keep your hippocampus healthy, and eating blueberries on a regular basis, a good way to do that.
It's so rich and creamy also. Like I would drink it like this very happily. It kind of tastes like pudding, which I'm not mad about. And I would freeze it and make it into a popsicle and make my kids eat it too.
Yes.
Delicious. Max, I had a chance while you were explaining so many wonderful pieces of information about these delicious shopping lists to us to flip through this book. There are so many tempting, tantalizing recipes. I can't get over. There was like a salmon curry stew that looked insane. So many, and they look easy. They look novel, beautiful, enticing, easy. Make sure to pick up a copy of Max's new book, Genius Kitchen, available now. Thank you for this delicious, beautiful smoothie and all your yummy tips. I can't wait to try them all out. I know we're all very interested in this subject, especially. Coming up, are you guilty of a food crime? We're turning to our special tasters unit for an inside look on what people deem crimes and what are just tastier ways of eating, plus the good list and how you can get the recipes for everything you saw on today's show. Don't go away.
Not letting go of this. Thank you so much. I really learned a lot. Welcome back. We're about to take an investigative look into food crimes sweeping the nation. No food crime is too big or too small for our special tasters unit, and these are their stories.
First up, it might be the most important meal of the day, but some of you decided to wake up and choose violence. This pack of food crime criminals think that milk should be poured before the cereal. Take a look.
Milk or cereal first? If you answered cereal, you are the worst. An unpopular opinion, but there's no competition cause we're winning. Already signed the petition, pour the milk in the bowl before you even touch that cereal.
I believe these are serial killers by every sense of the word. But Daphne, what are people on social media saying?
It's hard to watch these aggressive and egregious food fouls. But here's what people online are saying. 10% argue it's perfectly acceptable. Who are these people? 90% agree that pouring milk before cereal is criminal.
I have to say, these people are out of their minds. It is insulting to cereal all over the world.
Agreed. And my husband does this, and I think he's a total weirdo.
Back to you, Jamika.
Thank you very much, Daphne. The next crime is not for the faint of heart and leaves your favorite food DOA with no hope of resuscitation. It's a gruesome scene, so if you're queasy, be warned, look away if you must. That's right, pouring ketchup on top of your fries.
No!
No crime of passion, but fully premeditated. Wait, what? This just in. We have a brave witness that has decided to come forward. Oh my gosh.
My friend Sam commits the ultimate food crime. He likes to put ketchup all over his fries before he picks them up to eat them. He says it's because he wants to make sure every single French fry has a little bit of ketchup on it. Then just dip, right? Disgusting.
Oh my word. Sam is not the only one guilty of this French fry faux pas. 92% of you that we polled on our Instagram said you are strictly dippers, while 8% of you are holding your ground and wouldn't have it any other way. Can I tell you, the problem with these hideous food crimes is texture. You destroy texture. You take texture, you rip it limb from limb.
Okay.
I'm mad. I'm not gonna take it anymore. Back to you, Gail.
Okay. Our last crime is a viral TikTok trend that has every Italian grandmother rolling over in their grave. There are fewer foods in life more perfect than pasta, so this trend cuts deep. We have long swirled and twirled our pasta into perfect bites of delicious pasta goodness. But now we can add an 8th deadly sin to the list. I'm talking about cutting your pasta with a fork and a knife. And some people even use scissors. Watch this.
Bello faccio.
Rosaria, non fa così.
Look, ready?
Rosaria, we never ate like that. Ma che c***o stai facendo?
Mamma, adesso facciamo dopo, bitch.
Take that thing. Give me that.
Mario, try it.
Rosaria, give me those scissors. Mario, stop it. Mario, don't you dare. Mario. Bang.
They mock our pain. We asked all of you on Instagram, and 73% of you are strictly twirlers. Thank you very much for your service. While 27% of you say you would totally cut your pasta. But I'm warning you, you don't want to mess with a nonna. You definitely don't want to hand scissors off that way. I don't know what I was more terrified by, cutting it with scissors or handing it blade first. This was a whole mood in the worst way possible. Up next, thank you ladies, thank you for that exciting report. Up next, we are sharing our favorite trends that we wish we could reboot, including one Gigi Hadid is bringing back. Stay with us. I can't. Welcome back to The Good Dish. We have been rebooting and rebalancing our bodies today with some yummy recipes. And every year, we also get to see so many trends being rebooted. Sometimes it feels like we're living the 80s and 90s all over again, except we were all like 2 in the 80s, so I don't know how that would be possible. The big question I have for you both today is, what is a trend that you wish you could reboot? Bring it back, resuscitate it, live it again.
Oh, I live for the 70s era, the hair, the fashion. Like, I just love it. For Halloween, I want to dress them up for the 70s every year. Like, it's just for me. It has nothing to do with it. I know
that.
the hair is massive, the wild, funky prints, the short dresses. Like,
yes.
I love. Hell, I'm doing it today. Look, I am dressed like a disco ball. I mean, any excuse to just put it all out there. I want hair so big that I have to turn sideways to go into the door. Like, that is what I miss. I love 70s. Bring it back. All the fashions.
I feel that. Okay, well, mine is a food trend, because when I think of my favorite thing to eat way back then, what I don't see enough of anymore, is chocolate mousse. And I don't mean like chocolate pudding, and I don't mean budino. I mean rich chocolate mousse that like used to be part of the dining experience. It would come in a big parfait glass. It would be served tableside even. It was like so silky and decadent. I have memories of pretending to sprain my ankle so that I could get out of something when I was really young, like probably 7 or 8 years old. So I was in front of the television, and my dad came home with chocolate mousse, and he walked in the door, and I jumped up, ran to him to get some chocolate mousse, and he looked at me and said, I thought your ankle was hurting. And I was totally busted because I loved chocolate mousse so much.
It was a miracle. The chocolate mousse healed your ankle.
It did. Where is the chocolate mousse? I want more of it.
Miracle mousse. That's what we need more of.
Yes.
I like that. I am so into it. Okay, here's mine. And my wish actually may be coming true, because I feel like I'm seeing percolating images of it all around. Brown lip liner from the 90s, okay?
I still have mine somewhere.
I'm obsessed. Not where it's like brown and then like white on the inside, but like where it's just that nice little almost tan line around your lips and then you fill it in. It's the perfect sultry pout. I feel like Jen Aniston rocked it recently. Drew Barrymore has done it recently.
Classic.
And now Gigi Hadid and some others are bringing it back. So you might see this happening on my pout very soon.
Okay.
I'm very excited about that.
That's a nice one. You could rock it. All right, up next, we proved today that cauliflower can make the most delicious taco, and we have more. Find out when we come back.
That was Josh Safdie's muse in Uncut Stems. It's time people realize I'm as good as any carb.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. As you saw, our star cauliflower showed us today that cauliflower really could be anything, including a filling and delightful crunchy taco. I want to show you really quickly a method to get the stem out of your cauliflower when you are making, sorry, Jamaica's coming right through here, when you're making florets to roast or saute or whatever, or for this yummy taco. So you get your head of cauliflower like so, and there's lots of different methods for doing this, but this is how I do it at home just to make it as simple as possible. Take your nice chef's knife and slice through from the top to the bottom, and what you are left with is a very clear view of the stem here on both sides, and then you just take your knife and create a sort of V or triangle shape. It pops the stem right out. By the way, guys, do not throw away your cauliflower leaves. These are so delicious. You can toss a little olive oil and salt in them, roast them up with your cauliflower. They are so yummy. And then at this point, it's really easy just to break off beautiful florets of your cauliflower. No more chopping required. Anybody can do it.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you also, I love the little bits of roughness that come when you aren't slicing, because I find that it just gives even more nooks and crannies for the flavor of whatever little marinade or sauce you're creating can adhere to. The end.
The end. All right. So now it is time for the good list. You see that QR code on your screen right there? I want you to open your camera app and hold your phone right up to it, and it'll take you to the recipes and more from today's show. You can also head over to gooddishtv.com to get it all, including the answer to what's for dinner tonight. Oh, it's the spicy, crunchy cauliflower tacos. And I'll tell you, the more that I eat, it gives me buffalo shrimp tacos. Like, that's what it reminds me of. So I'm gonna keep eating, keep going.
Right? And there's no way to go wrong with it. It's all good for you. So eat your heart out. Or can you say the title again? How you do it?
Eat your heart out.
Yes.
That's
yes. Also, cauliflower, the original EGOT. Thank you, and we'll see you next time for more good food and good dish.